in the past, his behavior has given the Congress party several issues to raise before the
Shazia, Ilmi,
House.
Rahul Gandhi today spoke outside the House. He said the Speaker had assured them that they could raise whatever issue they wanted. He later reneged. He says the real reason why the government does not want to have a debate is because the Prime Minister and the government are running scared. They're running away. They don't want to debate either on what General Naravane has said in his book, or they don't want to debate on the contours of the Indo-US framework, the trade agreement. Therefore, we're not having any business functioning in the House.
You know, it's really sad, Zaka, that, Rahul Gandhi is so short on comprehension and it takes so long to understand basic things. And it's also quite sad that we have an LoP like that in a parliament who actually has no idea about how the parliament functions. Not just that, look at his petulance and his stubbornness that he wants to go on and on about a point. And something that has been talked about extensively, the videos of which are out as to what transpired in Eastern Ladakh, with the troop movement or the tank movement was concerned in 2020. He has little concern about what's happening in the parliament, the budget. He has not one decent, smart, intelligent question to ask from the government about the economy, polity, US trade deal. Just see all that is going on and look at the intelligence or lack of it of this man, and how sad I feel for this nation, not so much for him, because he has nothing much to lose. He hasn't come up with very great credentials of a parliamentarian to start with. But see where it comes to upholding the dignity of the position of LoP and upholding the dignity of the parliament, of the House, and that of the Speaker. I just heard the Speaker before me representing the Congress party. There is something called, it's not a physical attack. There is a moral attack. There is a symbolic attack. Do you want this to be headlines in the world all over that Indian Parliament has become a circus? It is a responsibility of each one of us, even the citizen, to ensure that we don't look like a laughing stock. And I think when women Congress women MPs get into the part where Prime Minister sits to do some kind of a random gherao, it is so sad that that it is a duty, moral duty of the constitutional duty of the Speaker, and actually every member of the House to say the least, to ensure that we conduct ourselves with decorum and dignity. And just imagine this man and his petulance, that he is still stuck on that, knowing very well that General Naravane himself has stated categorically, I have not seen the book. He has given it to the publishers. The rule book has been explained, every rule has been talked about. But look at this man called Rahul Gandhi. I feel so sorry, not for him, but for the country. That don't we deserve better?
No,
somebody with something in his
country
upper
definitely
story who will be
deserves
curious
better.
about what's happening in his country now.
Country definitely deserves better, because who is going to pay for all this washed out days and sessions of Parliament? Tushar Gupta, please weigh in on this. It costs 2.5 lakh rupees per minute to run our Sansad. If you add that up, that's 9 crores in a single day. We've had 8 wasted days. That's close to 60 crores that have been wasted. The productivity of the Parliament in this budget session has been less than 20%, which means 1 out of 5. I mean, why are we paying for this? Why are we paying for this absolute dereliction of duty by our members of Parliament?
Good evening, Zaka. Pardon the pun, but we haven't really budgeted our budget session. It all started with an article that Rahul Gandhi wanted to selectively quote. The article itself selectively quoted from a book that hasn't been published yet, but people claim there are copies available everywhere on the internet. We don't know. But the problem is, at the end of the day, the members of the House are bound by a procedure. Point number 1. Point number 2. If Rahul Gandhi wants to quote from a book, he has all the right to do so. But my worry is this is a book that has not been cleared by the Ministry of Defense. Now, America and China, two opposite points in the spectrum of democracy. We are very, very closer to America than to China, of course. But in each of these countries, can a retired officer of the military or any other sensitive area, say atomic energy or nuclear energy, publish a memoir without the clearance of the government? And if the memoir comes out, will it be used for political, bickering by the parties? I don't know. I don't see that happening in any other country but in India. Point number 3, and I emphasize on this, the parliament is not a book club. If the MPs are so interested in books, they have the MP Lads funds, they can go and start a library in their respective constituencies. But the problem here is we are not quoting the facts in the books. We are quoting the opinions of the authors in these books. The parliamentary discourse cannot be about what an author feels in their respective book. Tomorrow you'll have a lot of frivolous authors who would be deployed by the same MPs from opposition parties, from any other party to make a point, and suddenly our entire parliamentary discourse will be about what these authors are thinking. Our parliamentarians, the people we elect, they do not need any validation from any author, be it an officer, be it a bureaucrat, be it any random person. They need to debate on facts that are available in the public domain. Now, the simple question is Rahul Gandhi willing to debate on facts on Galwan that have been in public domain for the last 6 years? Yes or no? It's that simple. But please, let's not go to this downward spiral where we, sort of confuse the opinion of an author with the gospel truth, not inside a parliament at least.
Let me